everyone and welcome back. It's Gina from orchidandopal.com. Today I am going to be sharing with you the order I placed recently from Bead Box Bargains, which is the online sister store of the Bargain Bead Box monthly subscription that many of us know and love. Every month that subscription comes with a high value 30% off coupon to use at their sister store, which already has really good prices and closeout deals. So this is an order I placed using that coupon. But if you're unfamiliar with their subscription, I'll leave the link for that down below. I also have a playlist where I've shared a lot of unboxing videos for that. But you don't have to be a subscriber in order to shop at their online store. So if you'd like to do that, I have the link right down below the video. And I also have a coupon code you can use, which is OPAL15, OPAL15. That will save you 15% off of your total purchase. Now they get in new things all the time, and also the stock is limited on what they have. So it's possible some of the things that you'll see today aren't available anymore, but they're adding new things all the time. So there's probably a lot of things that weren't there when I placed this order. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and open this up and take a look at what I picked out this time around. So as you can see, we have two bundles we're going to open up together. The total for this order came to $127.33. I happened to grab these when they were running a free shipping sale that was running for a short time, but normally it's only like $3.75 if you're in the US, which isn't bad at all. And by using that coupon code that I had received in the subscription, that had also saved me an additional $54.40 off the total order. What I'll do now is try to get a little bit better organized, and we'll take a look at things in categories, starting with some of the findings. Then we'll move on to the Czech glass, and I'll show you any additional items that I picked up. I'll get started on that, and I will be right back. Starting out with some of the findings in metallic components, I have a pair of the surgical steel hoop earring findings with 4 loops in this tone of gold. And I really like that they've been getting in more of the stainless steel and surgical steel findings, especially the ear wires. That's really helpful for those who have allergies and also for just the quality of what you're getting to and retention of the color of your findings. This pair is really sturdy and substantial feeling. They're about 32 by 33.5 millimeters in size and $1.99 for the pair. They have those loops all ready to go down there that you can bead onto, adding some fringe dangling off these hoops. I'm taking some of these items out of their bags, although everything's been wrapped up very well, safe and sound. These are 10 pieces or 5 pairs of the 24 karat gold plated stainless steel lever back ear wires for $2.49. All prices I'm quoting are of course before the discount. These are in great shape as well, just gradually picking up more of these stainless steel components as I see them come into stock on Bead Box Bargains. And I like having alternate forms of ear wires like the lever backs to add to some of the regular fishhook style and more common earring findings that I already have on hand. Something else I'm really loving is the fact that they're getting more of these post style earring findings. And I think findings are getting better in terms of quality than maybe what we used to see years ago. And a lot of the same old. These are the surgical steel in the gold tone as well, and you get a set of 4 of them for $1.29. They have this diamond shape with the cutout in the center, and then the opening at the bottom that you can link your beadwork to or add some type of a charm or something hanging down from those posts. And then next are 2 of the surgical steel hoop findings with the 4 loops. These are identical to the gold ones we took a loop at, except they're in a different color tone. And for the set of 2, it's $1.89. And the quality of these is really something you can feel, which may be hard to explain on video, but I think I'm going to pick up some more of these next time I place an order if I still see some of these available, because I think they're a unique setup with the loop placement, and sometimes when you see things pop up at Bead Box Bargains, they don't last very long. Next up in the silver tone, I have a set of 4 18 by 9.5mm stainless steel open oval ear stud findings. This was a set of 4 for 99 cents. So of course we have 2 pairs. They have the post with this elongated oval shape and the smaller cutout, and then the hole that is punched at the bottom. So you can use that area to connect to additional components. And these have a darker silver color with a very smooth look and feel. Here's the next set of posts I picked up, $1.19 for the pair, and these have the leaf shape. They're also surgical steel in a 19 by 8mm size and include those ear nuts to go with them. It does look like this pair is definitely out of stock right now, but hopefully they're getting in more and more post earring findings and more surgical steel components going forward. Next, I have a set of 4 of the 15.5 by 10mm stainless steel lever back ear wires, but this time in the rose gold. $1.99 for the 2 pairs, and I haven't seen the rose gold tone that much in stainless steel, so definitely wanted to grab those because I know I don't have anything like this currently. And then lastly, for metallics, I have 2 of the 82 by 17mm bookmark findings in rainbow iris with that fun electroplating in all different colors that show up. And I picked these up because sometimes it's fun to have something like this to make a little beaded gift, or hey, something for yourself that's different than jewelry. For the set of 2, it was $1.99, and you can see they just have this wavy shape and that loop up there so you can attach some beads that hang down. Let's move on to the Czech glass beads next. Of course, that's one of my personal favorite categories. They have so many new and different Czech glass shapes, including some multi-hole shapes popping up and going in and out of their shop all the time. And these were something they had added recently, the 2-hole bibow beads. And I picked up 3 different color varieties, 2 packages of each. So I'm going to take some of these out so we can look at them outside of the packaging. So here's the Aztec gold color. These were $1.59 per 10-gram bag, and these are just one of many 2-hole Czech glass bead shapes out there. They remind me of wider super duos just a little bit, and they're also pinched in the center instead of being a little bit wider at the center like super duos are, but they're a similar size if you're familiar with those. And each of these partitions contains one of those 10-gram bags. I also overlooked the fact that I had gotten these in the jet black, so picked up 2 packages of those as well. These and the crystal silver line that you see here in the center, which is 2 bags worth as well, or 20 grams. These 2 were $1.19 per package. And then the 4th variety, this gorgeous alabaster / rose topaz luster. These cost just a little bit more at $1.79 per package. And they have just a hint of a metallic rose gold shine that shows up on that pink surface with a little bit of a peach undertone. So because I like working with multi-hole bead shapes like this, whenever I see them pop up at Bead Box Bargains, I try to snap some up, especially if I haven't seen them there before. Going back to some of their 1-hole shapes though, in my hand I have 3 different colors of the geometric pressed glass flower coin beads that are 18mm in diameter. I have 2 packages of each, which contain 2 pieces, so 4 in total of each of these 3 styles. So let's check these out up close. And we've seen these a lot, but I feel like they're continuing to get all sorts of additional colors and finishes. And I just happen to like these with the geometric floral design in the center and how those washes really bring out the details and also have a lot of dimension and color play depending on the lighting and how you're looking at them. But these are the matte milky sapphire / blue iris, $1.99 for 2 pieces, and they have a hole that runs up through the center of the bead, which shows off this flower design, and that dusty blue matte glass that makes up the base and this really cool blue and purple and copper iris wash that stands out on the surface. Next up, $1.79 for 2 pieces of these in the crystal / full slipperit varieties. So these having a ton of that metallic coating over the surface of the beads, where you can see how they shift from shades of blue, purple, pink to copper, gold, orange. And these are substantial enough to really stand up on their own if you wanted to use one of them in a pendant component. And also because they are pretty low profile and flat, they make for good candidates for bead embroidery. Here are the last 4 in the jet with silver wash, which is another classic combination with the contrasting silver highlighting the geometric floral design that shows up on both sides. And these cost a bit less at 99 cents per 2 pieces. Next, we can take a look at these strands of melon beads, each of them having 50 pieces included, and these are the 4mm round size. I thought I picked up 2 of the one on the right, the light cornflower with gold splash, but I only picked up 1. I think I'll live though, it'll be okay. So for the rest of them, I did pick up 2 strands, all their prices being a little bit different, ranging from $1.89 to $2.99 for the priciest ones, which were the ones here on the left. So starting on the left, we have the pink opal / gold wash, and then moving over, we have the pink stripe / rose gold wash. Next is the turquoise green Picasso. Then we have opaque mint with the gold wash. And then, of course, the beautiful light cornflower blue with the gold. So these you can replace in any design with a bead of a similar size and a round, where you might want to add in some extra texture because of the fluted details they have pressed in around the surface and how the washes add the extra level of dimension. Now let's take a look at some of the 2-hole dagger beads I picked up. They had all sorts of different colors when I placed my order and styles. This is the Jet Peacock Vitrail Triangle Design, $1.99 per bag of 10 grams of these, which are the standard 16 by 5mm size, just having the 2 holes that are drilled at the top instead of just one. And I think I have 5 or 6 other colors of these that I will show you, but this is how they come packaged. And they all range around $1.99 per 10 grams, give or take a little bit, so I won't quote each of the prices. They're all pretty close to that amount. So here they are outside of the plastic with their jet black glass at their base and the really interesting triangle design that they have all over the surface, which also reflects a rainbow of colors within each of those little areas. Also, by the way, I'm totally wrong on these daggers. These are the 1-hole daggers, and I did pick up a couple of those styles. So just forget what I said about the 2-hole factor on these. These are the 1-hole daggers, as you can see. And then next I have the Jet Blue Iris variety, also in the 1-hole style. These are quite shiny and reflective with lots of blue and purple, but also a shift to a little bit of bronze in some areas. This quantity in my hand is also 2 bags worth, or 20 grams. And now we can look at some of the 2-hole dagger beads. Those holes showing up at the top, giving you another place to secure and weave into. That's one of the reasons I happen to like these 2-hole daggers quite a bit, if I have the option to use those. And this variety is called Blue Opal / Iris Luster. You get a lot of blue and purple shifts with a slight rose gold tinted luster that shines in an extra glossy way over the top. Next is this lovely variety called Turquoise Blue Terracotta Luster. This one has that light marbleized look to the surface on both sides, also having a hint of a metallic shine and more of that blue coming through from the base. And next we have the Opaque Turquoise Terracotta Luster. So similar to the ones we just took a look at, except a different color at the base being more greenish overall in this shade of turquoise, but still with that little bit of a marbleized metallic dusting and a hint of a light bronze shine. And then we have the blue opal / terracotta luster with a much more subtle terracotta finish on the surface. You don't see that quite as much as you do on the opaque glass varieties. Every once in a while, just getting hints of a metallic dusting and extra shine. And the final combination came in 10-piece packages rather than 10-gram packages at $1.89 per 10 pieces. And these are the 2 whole daggers in turquoise nebula, which have yet another type of sheer metallic finish over top of the turquoise glass, darkening them up a little bit and adding some hints of other colors that reflect from the surface. Up next are 6 different combinations of 4mm Czech pressed glass druck beads or round beads in the 4mm size. Each of these sections containing 2 bags worth or 10 total grams, and the bags are sold in 5-gram quantities, all ranging from about $1.99 to $2.39 or something around there for each bag. So starting on the left, I have the Aztec Gold, which is a classic light gold that is fully saturated all around the surface. Then next is the opaque turquoise / travertine luster with a subtle variation over top of the turquoise color, bringing in a little bit of areas where it gets darker and a little bit more bronze and metallic. Next up is opaque turquoise blue with a blue luster, has a slight marbleized appearance on the surface if you look really close. And then this purple style is the alabaster / lila vega luster, and those were actually just 99 cents per bag for that style. Moving over to the turquoise nebula, with the nebula coating giving those a darker tone to the turquoise underneath. So overall, these really look a lot more blue than they do turquoise. And finally, we have the opaque dark coral red / travertine with those little speckled areas of the travertine finish, making them a little bit more interesting to look at, and a little bit of a dark silver shine in those areas that you see that additional finish. Another really cool one-hole shape that I found are the O-ring beads, and this is 2 packages worth of the Jet Rainbow Iris, and there's 10 grams total here. They're sold in 5-gram bags that were $1.49 each. So this is a classic Jet Rainbow Iris with its oil slick effect and lots of metallic blue and purple, and also some other neutrals like gold and bronze, just depending on how you're looking at them. I also have 2 packages worth or 10 grams total of one other color, the alabaster / baby blue luster. $1.69 per package of these. Overall, having a medium gray appearance with just a subtle blue undertone. They also seem to be getting in new types of faceted round Czech glass fire polish beads all the time, and I use them all the time, so I'm happy to pick up some more varieties. In these sections, you also see 2 bags worth, 5 grams each, so a total of 10 grams, which, by the way, is approximately 50 pieces per 5 grams, if you're wondering. In the 4mm size, the first one is the chalk white rose topaz luster with that hint of a rose gold metallic shine over top of that peach and pink opaque glass. Next are the chalk white / Senegal green brown variety with a really interesting mottled appearance on the surface, some of that golden brown and also some darker chocolate brown showing up over top of a really light pale celery green. Up next is the turquoise blue / Picasso with another speckled effect all over the surface, kind of toning down that turquoise color a bit and making these look more stone-like with those brownish speckles. Next up is the opaque royal blue / Picasso variety. That one being similar except for the fact that it's got that dark blue opaque glass underneath the Picasso finish. That finish looking more of a gray on top of the blue rather than the brownish that is on top of the turquoise. And then the final combination I picked up in the alabaster / iris luster with that purple overall color and an extra blue and silver metallic shine that you can pick up subtly on the surface. Those 5-gram bags came to $1.99 each, and there are way more colors and finishes available typically. This is just a sampling of what you can find as you browse around in their shop. And then last for the Czech glass, I do have some other gemstone items and pendants to share with you before I wrap it up, but I have 3 different types of teardrop shaped beads. This is the teal blue opal mix / silver splash. They're a 6x9mm size with a top drilled hole. And underneath that splash, they're kind of a half and half with a lighter creamy turquoise color and then a deeper shade on the other side. That's pretty much how most of them are. And then you can see that silver splash all over the surface of the beads with the little hole that's drilled there at the top and their smooth and rounded base. This is 2 bags worth, each of them being $2.29 and 10 grams each for a total of 20 grams that I have in my hand. In that same size and similar style, I have the lilac amethyst mix / gold splash. These were $2.39 per 10-gram bag. I've got 2 bags worth here again for a total of 20 grams. And you can see that line of demarcation a little bit more clearly where there's like 2 different colors of the dusty purple color that show up as part of the main bead. One side being more transparent, the other side being more of that very light grayish purple opaque tone, and then this time having the golden splash that's all over the surface. And then one more, this is the alabaster curacao combination in the smaller 4x6mm Czech pressed glass top drilled teardrop beads. I believe $1.79 for each of the 10-gram bags. Again, 2 packages of those, 20 grams in my hand. And they've got the most beautiful navy blue color that is pretty consistent across the entire surface of the bead, looking opaque and also being a similar shape to those other teardrops, just on a smaller scale. And then we'll finish it up with the gemstone varieties and pendants. I have a strand here of the 8 to 12mm size rhodonite in the faceted cylindrical shape. This was $6.99 for a 7.2-inch length. And I picked up and shared some apatite and I think amethyst in the last video in the similar shape and size that I loved so much. I saw another couple of gemstone varieties in the shape, so I decided to pick these up in the beautiful blush pink rhodonite with some of those other neutral colors that are worked in and create a lot of variation from bead to bead. And while they're not completely round, they've got these light cuts around the side to add that appearance of faceting, all of them being just a little bit different, but following that same style overall. I love the look of these. And then at $5.99 for this one, a 7.4-inch strand of the 8 to 12mm lapis lazuli faceted cylindrical beads. So just like the rhodonite, but in a different variety with the vibrant shades of blue and streaks of gray, both dark and light, showing up, breaking up the areas of blue. Another stunner right there. As for pendants, first I have 2 pieces of the 36mm red / yellow moss agate trapezoids, $2.69 each. I picked up 2 just so we could see some of the ways these may look different from pendant to pendant because they're all natural materials and may vary quite a bit from one to another. Not seeing hardly any red, if at all, in either of these. A lot of mustard yellow and golden tones along with some taupe and some dark brown and black. This one having more of the taupe included. and having less of a concentration of those streaks showing up. And then this one on the right having a lot more of that mustard yellow color in these really cool flat shapes with the hole drilled at the top. A good candidate for wire wrapping, I think, and even bezeling around with some beads. And then I picked up two in the round shape. These are the 30mm size, also the red yellow moss agate. You can see these have a lot more of a reddish color overall. Lots of areas with that rust, also some black, and a little bit of that mustard yellow showing up in this first one in particular, and more of the red and taupe showing up in that other one. These being of the same style as those trapezoids, really flat and smooth, and clean holes drilled in the top. For these round ones, each piece was $1.99. And now we're looking at two of the 29 by 15mm Dragon Veins Agate teardrop pendants in evergreen at $1.79 each. Another option that is going to vary quite a bit from one to another. The one on the left being a lot more green, and the one on the right being lighter overall, and also showing additional inclusions of the black veining all throughout. They'll also look different from one side to another slightly. And there you can see how the light passes through that green color. These are also really smooth and shiny and have the hole drilled at the top. And then for my very last pick, these are the 55 to 63mm electroplated agate leaf pendants. These could be in assorted colors, so they're all going to be really different. And be advised, these are large and chunky, and they do have a bit of weight to them. So pick these up if you're looking for something bold. You have the gold electroplated coating all around the outside, and the shiny gold bringing out the veining detail of the leaves. This one being of a slightly different style than this one, with its smoother surface and bit of a domed top, and this one being a little bit flatter and the stone feeling just a touch rougher. Also more of a reddish brown over here and more of a grayish neutral on that side. Here's a look at the back of these pendants if you're curious. They're just pretty smooth back there and cut neatly, and they've included a couple of those simple gold bails at the top. For each of these pendants, they cost $4.89 at the time I placed my order, and I picked up two again just so you could see a couple examples of what they might look like. Finally, when you place an order, you get a random free item typically attached to the business card. There you can see Bead Box Bargains, and I happen to receive one of these very bold verdigris style metallic chandelier components this time. So that wraps it up for my bargain bead box finds for this month. It's always lots of fun to check out what they have, and I recommend going there quite often just to see what's coming in and out and take advantage of that really good coupon code if you're a bargain bead box subscription member. But once again, you don't have to be a subscriber in order to purchase from their sister site. And if you don't have a coupon code you can use, feel free to use Opal 15 to save 15% off your total order. And I also recommend signing up for their emails because they send out a lot of great deal notifications that way. They'll let you know when there's new things that have come in, and also sometimes they'll send you some coupon codes or notify you when they're running special deals. I think they just keep getting better and better, so I'm always excited to share these finds with you, and I highly recommend their shop. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Let me know if we picked up any of the same items, or if you have a favorite thing here that you saw today, or anything else you'd like to say. Feel free to give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe while you're here because I'd love to have you back. And you can always share these videos by clicking on the share button down below with your other beading friends. That's all I have this time, but I hope to see you again real soon. And until next time, I also hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. And as always, happy beading.